Hi guys, how's it going? Sorry there for a second. I was having some, you know, idiot user problems. Let's just say that, right? I haven't been on live for a while, so when I do pop up, I kind of forget how the buttons work a little bit, but it's all good. We're on track. How's everyone doing today? Hey guys, thanks for being here. Oh, look at the usual crew is all here. I hope you all took a couple bong rips before you came here, like Harry. Oh God, here comes a little sugar already, but you're here, darling. You're here for the show. So if you don't like it, I mean, the door is there and click off. I mean, I have the mods here. Mods, if you want to take care of that, go ahead. You know what, guys? Happy New Year. It's 2024, and this girl ain't got no time for anyone's BS, my friends. Let's go. I see that Ibble Dibble has gotten remonetized. Good for her. Round of applause for her, my friends. That's great news. I'm glad that she didn't get stuck with any kind of 3-month suspension, and I'm glad that she got it reinstated right away. It's great. Bring it on, Molly. Yeah, that's what we're here. We're here to talk about some things. Hi, Sal, darling. Have fun at work, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hopefully, you don't laugh too loudly and bother anyone. Hello, Derek. Hello, Meza. And hello, Riverhouse. Hello, my friends. My friends, it feels so good to be back to normal. I see some of you are mentioning that it's snowing where you are. Well, it's gotten cold here, which is funny because during the 2 weeks while the kids were on school break on winter holidays, I mean, the weather was really good. But the moment they go back to school, it's all raining, it's all gross, it's all wet and cold. Not fun at all. Civil defense, yeah. Everything on my channel has gone back to normal. Super chats, super thanks, PayPals, everything has gone back, yeah, back to what it was. So, yeah, everything is good. But guys, what the hell is going on with this two-faced Jezebel? Hmm? Let's talk about this. Congratulations. Thank you, Link Not Rank. Thank you. You guys, it is so good to see you all here. There's already 400 of you guys here. Make sure you hit that like button so that now that my channel is back up and running so that it gets out into the algorithm, that would be nice of you if you did that. I see that it's 40 degrees in Phoenix. Yikes, that's cold for Phoenix. I am a huge Phoenix fan because I love the dry, hot weather. That's what I love. I hate the weather that I'm around. It's very humid. It chills you right to the bones and stuff. But I love the hot, dry heat. I don't know. I love it. But let's talk about this, guys. Guys, I said right before well, a while back ago that I don't think that WME is representing Meghan Markle. And the reason why I say this, and a lot of people say, no, I think she is. I think they're still representing her. Okay, maybe they might be representing her on a contingency basis, but they are not getting her any jobs. And the reason why I say this is because, well, we saw what she did during that whole, what do you call it? That embarrassing Instagram coffee reel for Clever Blends. Sorry, for Clever Blends. Kelly, thank you so much. I'm glad I'm back too. Yeah, it was a nice little break, to be honest. It was nice to just be able to focus on my business and just not have to deal with anything else. But it's nice to be back. I mean, I did come on while I was demonetized, but not as much as I would have liked to because, well, why make money for other people? Anyways, but Thank you, my friends. Thank you. It's nice to be back. And let's talk about this nonsense. Kay Liz says at WME, if representing are hiding the fact, they are ashamed to have her as a client. And it's not just that, it's not just having her as a client, but you don't see their other clients behaving in the manner that she does. I see some of you guys are complaining about the sound. Yeah, at the very beginning, there wasn't any sound, but just give it a few minutes. But if you come into the stream and you can't hear any sound or anything, sometimes you have to close out of YouTube completely and then come back in, and then it should work again. All right. So let me talk about this. I was talking about why I don't think Meghan Markle is being represented by WME. And the reason why I say this is not only because of that pathetic Instagram reel that was dropped by her in a very, very sad attempt to get attention, but in the last couple days, my friends, we have seen a massive dump of ridiculous articles, just things from like Meghan is directing a movie, she's going to be a producer, to oh no, now Meghan's going to be stepping back, she's not going to be speaking about the royal family, which we have heard before. We have heard all of these before. So these stories are being recycled again. We are hearing about, oh, Doria is moving in. Well, when the hell did Doria ever leave? The last time we heard was that Doria moved in to take care of the kids. She was the nanny to the kids. Pat Wenzel says, did WME get her a job? That's what I have been trying to figure out as well. Besides the Instagram reel, besides the paid for awards show that she showed up, and despite buying all those awards, she was still named as Hollywood's biggest loser. How embarrassing. If I was a massive PR agency like WME with a pretty good track record, I mean, I'm a nobody. I am an absolute nobody. And people, I know that WME is a good agency, it's one of the best agencies. And they couldn't get her anything, but she goes and does something dumb like an Instagram reel. It's very embarrassing. So there was the story that Doria had now moved in. Now there was, oh, well, Doria has now moved out. And then it was a story about Meghan Markle complaining about why she doesn't have the same rights as Sarah and why Sarah gets to use her titles and why she doesn't. And I think I covered this in my last video where I said, when the hell has Meghan stopped using those titles? Maureen, you are right. WME can't perform miracles. They cannot. And if Sunshine Sachs couldn't make her happen, then WME couldn't happen if her own father couldn't make her happen. And her father is well respected in the industry. If they couldn't make her happen, then I got to look at you. Everyone else around you cannot be the problem. It's got to be you. Karen Lester says, isn't Doria living in her ill-gotten dad's house? That's what I'm wondering too. Isn't Doria living in the house that she took from her father? I should say stole, but allegedly. I should do a full video on that because people have forgotten about the whole story of Doria and how she came about with having her father's house. But I'll let you guys know about that. I've got 2 videos that are on the shelf right now because it's kind of like I'm on probation. I need to wait a little bit. I can't come out hot right out of the gate and start dropping videos about certain topics. I got to wait a little bit and be strategic about this. But don't worry, guys, it's coming up. But let me get back onto this topic here because I go completely left sometimes. So then we were told that Doria's moving in, she's moving out, And then we get a story that Meghan has left the past behind her. I mean, we have heard this before. Dodgy Doris. I call her Cell Block 6 Doria. I think that's quite fitting for her. I mean, it's, I should, I was going to say something, but anyway, Cell Block 6 Doria works for me. Let's just say that. We got stories about Harry wanting to protect Archie. Yes, of course, they're using um, the children for PR, right? Because why else would they have these two phantom unknown children? These poor children. This is why I hope these two don't have children, is because I would hate to think what these kids are going through, not being let out of the house, not going out and about with their parents or anything like that, just not doing the normal things a child should do because they are surrounded by a narcissist, and B, a paranoid drug addict in his own words. You guys are asking, where is the Choose super chat? I don't know. Maybe I haven't, maybe after I got my monetization back, I have to like reactivate it, but I don't know. I know my PayPal and stuff are there, but yikes. Sorry, guys, but it's all good. Well, I'm not here to do this live for the super chats and things like that. I'm just here to more have a conversation with you guys. Don't worry about it. And then what was I saying? They were talking about wanting to protect the kids. Well, you guys put the children into a whole Netflix show. You guys exposed your own children that you claimed that you wanted to keep protected to Netflix, if those were your children, if they were. But I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but who knows? And then we get a ridiculous story that Meghan wants to send Archifical to, where is it? To a school in LA. Now they live in Montecito, and from what I know, LA to Montecito is about what, a 2-hour drive, something like that. Oh, this is the wrong story. This is my next story. Sorry, guys. Stop screen. Let me grab it. They want to put their kids in like a private school. They don't know if they want to put him into a private school, but then they think he should go to a private school because Meghan went to a very exclusive school. And this is what the story was. Now, if you're the type of person that your last story was that you want to keep your children protected, why would you put out a story about your child, Prince Archie? Now you see that, and it's not just Archie, it's Prince Archie. That's what they're going to be using the titles as now. Every article you see about the children will be either Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Yikes. This is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Hold those bombs, Molly. We'll be looking for, oh, I know. Just wait for those. Those will be wild when they drop, but you guys will know first about it when it does. So if you're going to send your kid to an exclusive school, first of all, why go somewhere 2 hours away? And I know by others who live in LA who are wealthy, who do send their children to exclusive schools, they usually have to sign up well before maybe where are we now? January, right? Yeah, we're in January. So the next school year will begin in September. I had to register my little one into his school a few months ago. And this is just for if you want to send them off to public school. And if you want to send them to private school now, some of you are saying around now, but I think that if you want to send them to like a private exclusive school, you got to sign up before. I know that some people sign up their children into private school like the moment they know that they're pregnant. In some places, it's that crazy. But you're trying to tell me you're going to do a 4-hour drive. So 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to get back, if we think that they still live in Montecito. Civil Defense UK says MeghansMole can't. Aw, that's really sweet. Thank you. Not necessary, but that's very kind of you. You guys, the fact that you guys are still here, there's 850 of you here. That means the world to me more than super chats, super stickers, PayPals, whatnot. The thought is sweet, but I know times are tough for everyone, especially the first of the month when the cost of everything skyrockets like crazy. But that's very kind of you. Thank you. I love that you guys are here and we're here as a community. That means more to me than anything. But Word Girl says, I feel sorry for the kids if they exist. Same here. Same here. If they exist, those children have no social skills, nothing. Who are they surrounded by? They are surrounded by Doria, someone who we read about in Tom Bower's Revenge, who, when Meghan was little, she'd rather be outside on the stoop smoking doobs instead of raising her child. And Soraya Brewer says, correct, Molly. The very prominent private schools are, as you say. Yeah. I mean, Meghan, if she wanted to have her child in an exclusive school, you should have had them in there, signed up already. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they might spin a story on later that they claim that, oh, well, we're going to homeschool the kids now because they're prince and princesses and security and make them all paranoid, blah, 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 that kind of garbage that they've always pulled. Now, they say that this is like a story with, what is this? Express. So they say that the reason that they want to send Prince Archifical to an exclusive school is that if he were to be sent to a public school, he may feel out of place, and Meghan would feel more comfortable with Archie being around children who have similar background. Now that sounds like the biggest load of BS, in my opinion. Can I just be honest here and just call it as it is? Let me just call it as it is. Meghan Markle wants to send her child to an exclusive school, if she has an exclusive school, so she can manipulate her child to be friends with the most richest children in the school so that she can become friends with their parents and then social climb her way into the more richer circles. This is all that it is about at the end of the day. It's not about Archifical's well-being. At the end of the day, Meghan Markle doesn't give a shit about her own children's well-being. It's more about what connections can she make, who is who in that school, who can she get her child invited to their parties so she can get into their homes and become friends with them. That's what I think it's all about. I don't believe it at all. And to be honest, none of these parents who send their children to these exclusive schools announce it or leak it to the media because of this kid's privacy. If I was a parent at one of those schools, I would not want Meghan Markle and her child. I'm sorry, I don't hate to be against the child, but it's because of the mother. It's because of Meghan Markle. I would not want her kid at my school because she would be a security risk. I would know that based on her track record, on what we've seen, on all the leaks that have happened from the moment she entered the royal family, I would know that the location of where her child goes to school would get leaked instantly. I know people are saying, what kids? There are no kids. I'm just saying hypothetically because we were talking about the article. And at this point, like, how are you gonna how exactly? You don't mention where your child goes. You don't. The fact that she's already putting it out, we're going to put him out in an exclusive school in LA. Well, there's only so many exclusive schools, kindergarten, elementary schools in LA. It wouldn't be hard to figure out where he was going. You're putting other people in danger. And I would not want that as a parent, because the parents that are sending their their child or children to that school, trust and believe those people are much more wealthier than Meghan Markle and her dim-witted prince husband. Meghan thinks that just because her child has a prince title, but that children has no connection to the royal family besides a stupid title. But they deserve to go to an exclusive school. The only reason she wants to do that is that so she can leech off of the other parents, so that she is a human leech, in my opinion, my friends. This is exactly what Meghan was doing while she was working up the greasy pole to become someone when she hit the dimwit, when she hit pay gold by getting herself an emotionally stunted idiot as a husband who just happened to be a prince. She is literally using her children to social climb. Rhonda says it the best. She is using her children as a way to make social connections. Yeah, that's what I think. Why else? This is what Meghan does. And then later on, you'll see Meghan dropping names in PR articles saying, oh, my child is attending school with XYZ. I would hate that if I was a parent sending my child to that school. I mean, I feel sorry for, this is why I hope there are no children in their care, but what do you guys say? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that at the end of the day, maybe there is a Archie or an archofficial, but there is no Invisibet? No kids? You guys are saying no kids? So how are they going to get through going to school? How are they going to deal with these school years? Because apparently people in LA, in Montecito, have said they don't see them with any children. They don't see anything. Kids will. Yeah, both are rented. No kids, no kids. A lot of you are saying actor kids, actor kids. Archie is with the surrogate, rent-a kids. Lone Brigitte makes a very good point here. At these high-end schools, are you not supposed to be endorsed by one or two parents? Yeah, I remember some of these more exclusive schools ask for references, or they need you to be referred to by another parent who sends their children at that school. I mean, at the end of the day, there could be this idea. We've seen that Meghan likes to hitch herself to Heather Dorak quite a bit, right? Every time we seen like when they were in the Canouan Islands, we were led to believe that they were there with Heather Dorak in them. Now, would it be so far-fetched for me to assume that maybe by chance some of Meghan's children might end up at the same school as where Heather Dorak's children go, or that maybe Heather Dorak might be the one who referred her to these schools? She might use that angle. There is that angle. That's what I think. Millie, thank you for becoming a member. I didn't realize my memberships had opened again, and thank you. I really need to get to work on that. Guys, there's so much to catch up on ever since my channel got remonetized. I didn't know that my super chats aren't working. I didn't know that nothing is working except for, well, apparently the memberships are. So I guess I gotta get to work on that and figure those out again, but I'll do that later, not a big deal. And then so let me get back on track. So as we're watching these stories come out, it leads me to think, would a company, would an agency such as WME want their client to constantly be putting out stories like this? That the most ridiculous story of all that I couldn't believe that was put out. Like, I don't know. This is why I think Meghan is dealing with their own PR, because why would WME want a story like this about their client out? It doesn't make their client look good on any level. Like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I always think this is straight from Meghan, because whenever I see her name being listed first, it's like, I think it's her that's put out this story. But Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were alienated at last gathering with hard-hearted King Charles. And this expert is apparently Omid Scooby-Doo. Yes, ever so, Mr. Plastic Fantastic, who is now, I don't know what he's doing out in LA, but he's constantly posing and posting photos of himself working out with these tiny dumbbells in the gym, and it just, oh my god, what a mess. For 42 years old, if I was doing that, yikes, that's sad. But let's talk about this. So in this article, apparently Judy James claimed in an interview with a Daily Mirror that the prince and his wife were alienated by the sovereign at their last gathering with the royal family. Now, let's just remember here for a second, and let me pull up my Twitter account, because let us not forget what Harry and Meghan did. So this was during the Queen's funeral. The Queen had passed away. And remember, they decided to stay longer, and they decided to impose themselves after Meghan, not 2 weeks earlier, was basically threatening the Queen in the Cut article. We remember that. We remember that she was saying, "No one ever made me sign an NDA, and I could speak, but I've never spoken." Remember this photo? I don't want to completely. Remember this photo? They were the only ones who leaked a photo from the inside of Buckingham Palace. And this was when the king was receiving the Queen's coffin. And Meghan was all tarted up, low cut shirt, face full of makeup, hair done. They were the only ones to leak a photo. I still want to know how the heck they got a photo that well taken from the inside. Because this made me sick when I saw that. So let's take that off the screen, because it's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting what they did. And so they're mad. So they're upset that they weren't given the attention that they think that they deserved during the Queen's funeral. And Judy James claims that the photographs of Harry and Meghan with Charles at the Queen's funeral seem to make Harry's subsequent disloyalty to his father seem more hard-hearted and unpleasant. Well, if you were Charles, and this is during his mother's funeral, his mother has just passed away, and you think that you should be the center of attention after everything you did? Look at her. Face full of makeup, staring at the camera, pretending like she gave a shit. It was the worst display I've ever seen in my life. It was absolutely horrendous. Stilio says she might as well have worn a red dress that day. Exactly. She might as well have done that, just to have all the attention on herself. She pretended to cry. Who are you crying for? The woman that you were just threatening? The woman that gave her entire life to service for 70 years? Now you're pretending, oh, I cared for her. I care about her. I'm crying because I'm hurting for her. Now, this is why I don't know if you guys caught when I was on the Royal Mess not too long ago and Thomas Markle Jr. was there. I had mentioned to him to get his father, before it's too late, to record a video of himself at a lawyer's office, at a notary, I don't know, what is it? At a notary public's office. Just something that says that you are of sound mind and body, that you have never put one hand on your daughter. Show the receipts of you paying for your daughter's college funds. Remember, that was one of Meghan's lies that she started with when she first got into the royal family. I mean, once she married Harry, was during the Fiji trip when she told all those girls, I worked so hard. I worked 2 jobs to do this and do that and make my own money to get my own scholarships. No, that never happened. Your father paid for everything. And that is why I told Thomas Markle Jr., tell your father to record a video that says that I've never touched my daughter in this way. I've never physically touched her. I've never touched her in other bad manners. You know what I'm getting towards, guys. I have never raised a hand on her. I have paid for all this. Show the proof in the video. I know that Thomas Markle says that he will never show the letter that Meghan Markle wrote to him because it is so nasty and so vile that he just didn't want people to see the words that he wrote to her. But I want him to share that letter in that video. Let the world know afterwards so that if she tries anything, that your son, Tom Markle Jr., has an ace in his pocket for later. If Meghan wants to later come out and pretend like, I don't care that my father has passed away because he used to put his hands on me like this when I was younger, he's not going to be around to be able to protect himself, to speak for himself. You don't want him to write the narrative. So make a video. I know it's not something you want to do, but do it so that Tom Markle Jr. has an ace in his pocket so that when Meghan Markle tries to say something malicious against Tom Markle Sr., you can be like, boom, bitch, I got you here. Dad left a video. And there, you've got her. Could you imagine? Blondie Girl says here, can y'all imagine the meltdown MM will have when Princess Catherine is being crowned queen? The earth will rumble. Girl, I hope the earth doesn't shatter. The chick will lose her mind. I mean, we all saw the way she was behaving during the coronation. But I really do think that Tom Markle Sr. should protect himself in that way. He has to have some kind of defense. Just staying quiet isn't helping. I mean, just look at the royal family. Never complain, never explain. I mean, yes, they're being quiet and Meghan and Harry have hung enough rope to hang themselves. But the thing is that you are letting someone else rewrite the narrative for you. You're not saying anything. And at one point, you got to come out and say something, just like how William did when he said, we are not very much a racist family. That was necessary. I think that Tom Markle should definitely think about something like that. I did mention it to Junior. So hopefully they do take that into consideration because I would hate to see what happens. And guys, let's send out like positive vibes to Samantha Markle and her upcoming depositions and things that are going on with her lawsuit. Could you imagine being in her position at the moment? I mean, number one, personally, myself, I feel that Chris Boozy is going to be Meghan Markle's absolute downfall, my friends. I think the fact that he couldn't keep his mouth shut, the way he was harassing people, he is going to blow up Meghan's case for Samantha. And I wanted to share this information with you guys just in case if you didn't watch Andy Signor on Popcorn Planet, and if you didn't catch his interview with Samantha's lawyer Peter Tickton. Now, I watched it myself, and I I I have feelings about I always have feelings about a lawyer giving interviews during a case because you never know what information that the other side could be watching and use from the words that you're saying. So, I mean, her lawyer, Mr. Tickton, seems very on the ball. He seems like he knows what he's doing, but I always just worry about that aspect. That's all. But what I wanted to share with you guys is that Mr. Tickton gave out his contact. If you, oh, where is it? I think it's this one. Okay, here it is. So if you have any screenshots of the Sussex Squad threats from Chris Boozy, or threats towards the Wales family or Samantha, forward them to Peter Tickton. I have his contact info here. It's on my Twitter page or X, whatever you guys want to call it, pt@legalbrains.com. Okay, guys. And Karen was nice enough to share this post, so I want to share it with her because she actually emailed Mr. Tickton and inquired what information. So she sent him a message saying, "Hi, I watched you on Palace. Great interview. I posted your request info on X. Could you please clarify what type of info would be the most helpful for Samantha's case? A lot of people have screenshots of SS threats, also threats against the Wales family. Is that the type of info you require?" He responded back saying, "Yes, please. That is exactly what I need. Also, proof of other lies and also proof that they are lies is also helpful. It is amazing what people are waking up to, what this person really is." And then he did put his address at the bottom, but I do have his email here also for you guys to post. I will post that later in my community tab as well, so you guys can share, because guys, this is huge. Like, this is what YouTubers who have been covering this have been screaming about. I mean, if Samantha wins this, it's a win for Yankee Wally too at the end of the day, my friends. We need to remember that. So if anyone has any screen recordings or any of the videos, or remember the tweet that Omid Scobie put out, and he was DMing someone saying that they need Wally's information because she called him, what was it? Something he was saying was bollocks or something like that, and that she was now placed on an an IPP list. I think you guys remember the time when she was calling Scotland Yard to actually see if she was on the list, and they put Yankee Wally through hell, my friends. And seriously, like, Samantha needs to win this because it would be incredible for Wally too. Um, so yeah, I think that would be amazing. I'm going to reach out to Mr. Tickton myself because, as you all know, Boozy has been on my ass for a long time. And that, well, I have my own video still up on YouTube here about how Boozy has harassed me. And you all know that Boozy has now claimed that I am some woman named Corinne Zonzinger who lives in California with multiple warrants and multiple outstanding civil document, like a whole bunch of BS, right? It's so funny because now he's going back and deleting these tweets, but screenshots. And you guys, when you take your screenshots, make sure you always include the date and time at the bottom. You know, when you guys have your tweets here, And then when you actually click on the tweet and when you go to screenshot it, make sure you have this information here as well. A lot of people tend to cut off this information and just cut it off right above the tweet. No, make sure you include the date and time of the tweet. That is very important also. Okay. Okay. I had to get that off my chest, but yeah. But guys, I am excited for Samantha. I just feel like 2024 is going to be a year of reckoning for all the assholes that were coming at us, for all the pricks who were selling their bullshit for the last few years. 2024 is time for reckoning. And Meghan Markle, instead of just, being humble and gracious that she landed a dim-witted idiot who just happened to be a prince, and he is taken care of by his family, instead of just like being grateful that you're in that position where you never have to worry about another bill or paying for anything in your life. She couldn't just accept that. She had to go and fuck it all up, and pardon my French, my friends, but she just had to go and screw it all up. For what? Because she couldn't be the queen in charge. Clearly, she's not even good at being the queen in charge. Oh, I've got 2 new members. Civil Defense UK, thank you for becoming a member. And Katie, thank you for becoming a new member also. Thank you, guys. Wow, that really means I better get my ass to work and get some little emojis ready for you guys. Maybe some... Would you care about some moon bump emojis? What about that, my friends? What do you think? I think this will be a great year for us and the channel, and we have a lot to look forward. I feel like this is why, just to bring it all back so I can move on to the next, what I wanted to discuss real quick. I feel like all of these points that I've mentioned so far, that Cat Williams... Yeah, I've been watching all that too. I'm a huge fan, but I feel like everything that has happened, my friends, it all comes back to Meghan Markle not listening because she thinks she knows it all. And I feel this is why all of these recent articles that have been recycled and coming up again, I feel like her WME wouldn't put up with something like that. And I really feel like that is the reason why they don't really deal with her anymore. Because what have they done for her? And she wasn't at the Golden Globes. I told you guys she wasn't going to be at the Golden Globes, and she wasn't. I'm going to make a little video about that later, because it just, wow, you guys. Oh my goodness. Look at all these new members. Oh God, I'm bad with names. Maline, thank you. And my apologies if I pronounced your name wrong. Cat is the king. No, Cat is the king. I remember Cat from like his good old days of Cat in the Hat, but then yeah, he just turned to Cat Williams. But yeah, Cat is incredible. I mean, and let's be honest, he speaks facts. He speaks absolute facts. Every single comedian who has come out to speak against him has never once spoken to any of the points that he has made about them. They speak to other things, but not to what he said. My darling, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, that's so sweet. You guys are so awesome. Peachy Nana, you guys, this is so crazy. Oh, Peachy Nana, thank you. Deirdre, thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love it. Now, you guys, I want to know something, because a part of me was wondering, would you guys mind if I did videos on like other stuff too? Because I was thinking about adding that as well. I wanted to speak about this. Oh, I pronounced it right. Yay! Awesome. A little tap on the back for me. That's great. That makes my day. No, I love you guys the most. You guys, but look at this. I go completely off and I lose my train of thought here. What was I talking about? But yeah, I was saying that would you guys mind if I did other kind of content on here? Because I did wanted to talk about other things that were going on, like this whole Cat Williams things. And I figured if you guys don't want to hear about it, then you just won't click on the video. Yes. Oh, the industry. Yeah, the industry hates him because he spits facts. He's always been spitting facts. And look at him. He has worked his way to the top without doing degenerate things like others have done. And let's be honest, Kevin Hart is not funny at all. Not like I have never rolled over, bellyache, laughed the way I do with Cat Williams jokes. You guys, there's so much love here. You have no idea how much love I feel in my heart right now. This is so sweet. Yes to others. Yes. Yeah, you guys. Okay. So I see you guys are cool with me doing other things on the channel. That is great. Good to know. Okay. So I didn't want to talk about this Kevin's a plan. I know, I heard that. Did you guys all watch Club Shay Shay's interview? I'm sure you all did. That video, it just broke the internet. It's great. Yes, more subjects. H&M is getting boring. Perfect. Then I love to hear that. I thought you guys might get upset if I veered off of Meghan and Harry, but I'm glad you guys are on the same wavelength here. That's going to be great. Andrea Popcorn Planet didn't understand the joke that they made at the Globes during the Suits presentations when those ladies came out of nowhere saying, "Did you forget about us?" Yeah, the Golden Globes sucked. Let's be honest. Nobody can do it as well as Ricky Gervais. Nobody can do it as well. And Joe Coy used to be funny, but I feel like after he dated Chelsea Handler, she just sucked the funny out of him. He hasn't been on it since then. Carol, thank you for becoming a member. You guys are so sweet. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you guys so much. So boring and pretentious. Yeah, you know what it is? I feel like now that the world has woken up to these celebrities, now that we know that in order for you to become an A-list celebrity, you got to do some seriously deranged and disgusting things to get up to the top. People are kind of looking at them like sideways now. Teresa says, "Sorry, Mole, need to watch the replay." It's all good, darling. Watch the replay. I understand. And to all the people who are watching the replay later, make sure you hit that like button so that YouTube knows that, hey, I'm back and putting out videos here, my friends. I will put out a short video for those who love the short format videos a little bit later. I'm going to have to wait until after I go pick up my little one. But yeah, I don't feel like love more content. Yes, I will get there, my friends. And yes, I will be getting that to as well. Don't worry. I just have to get over a little bit of a probationary period, right? You can't just jump in real hot right away. Might just screw everything right up. And the last thing I want is to be demonetized again for another 3 months. Okay, Wally Lama. So yeah, Kevin Hart is terrible. And yeah, I feel like now that we know what they're like, we don't really care for them. The Golden Globe sucked. Joe Coy couldn't bring it up to Ricky's level. We've been spoiled with Ricky. We've been absolutely spoiled with him. And nobody can follow up after him. I hate to say that. This is just my opinion. Ricky is just honest. He's just like Cat Williams. He just says the shit like it is, he doesn't care if your opinions are hurt or not. He calls it, the thing is that Cat Williams and Ricky Gervais are the two kinds of comedians. It's because they're smart. They can use their words and they can eviscerate you with their words. I don't know if you guys saw Kat did a radio interview with this lady named Wanda. And she started messing with him, but he just ripped her ripped her a new one, but he wasn't nasty about it. He just was eloquent with his words and he just destroyed her. I never laughed so hard in my life. But Cat Williams and Ricky Gervais are just a whole nother level. And these other comedians feel like they got to make like stupid sex jokes or perverted jokes, and it's like, nah, it's not really funny. People want more. They want to be stimulated with more. Peachy Nana says, most of the awards shows have lost their sparkle, most going woke and boring. I don't watch them anymore. Yeah, I don't watch them at all anymore either. Even like the red carpet stuff, I just catch it online and just see what everyone wore, and most of the outfits were hideous anyways. I mean, I miss the days of when these award shows were full of glamour. I miss the days where I wanted to see what gowns the women were in. Now, what am I seeing? I'm seeing ass and titties everywhere. And I'm not trying to be a prude, but come on, I got a pair of butt, boobs, and everything myself that I see every day. I want to see a nice, gorgeous, expensive gown on you. I want to see the beauty. I want to see your hair done up. I want to see a nice long train. CNK says, I miss Joan Rivers. I do too. She's classic. She is great. But after, you lose the glamour in award shows and it just all goes downhill from there, in my opinion, my friends. Okay, now a couple of you have been asking me, I don't want to talk about this guy because this guy is a complete doofus and a complete oaf, in my opinion. But with all of what's going on recently, some of you have asked me on my opinion on this dimwit right here. And shout out to the Royal Rogue. Jesus, thank you so much for allowing me for using this clip of yours, because I love that he puts the closed captions on it.
That's just lovely.
I suck at those, but let's just talk about this guy. Andrew should never be allowed at another Christmas walk. I'm sorry, the public does not want to see him. I don't want to see him. I don't think anyone else wants to see him, but just look at the way he speaks to the public, like an absolutely entitled, delusional oaf. Listen to this guy. I might have to stop it in between just because I don't want to get hit with the copyright or anything, but just in case. But listen up to this idiot. Seriously, idiot.
How are you? Where have you come from? Spalding. Spalding? An hour.
Oh, an hour? Like you had to drive an hour to come and see us? Listen to this idiot.
You haven't. I find this fascinating. Why does everybody have their cameras in?
This jackarse. I cannot stand this idiot arse. Seriously. Like, why does everyone have their cameras out pointed at us? If I was there, if he was talking to me, I'd be like, hey, you big oaf, move out of the way so I can take a photo of the real royals and shut up. That's what I would do. Listen to this guy. Some of you are saying, what is he saying? Here, I'll play it. I'll start it up again and I'll shut my mouth.
No. You haven't. I find this fascinating. Why does everybody have their cameras in? But why do that?
We're not the press.
No, but it's not about whether you're the press or not. It's just why video?
It's just lovely. Just lovely moments.
But you ought to come and stand on this side
Oh, I know.
and see what it's like. Having all you have is little
Yeah.
cameras facing you.
Sarah!
It's a really bizarre sensation. Really. Nice to see you. How are you?
Very well.
Oh, you idiot. I mean, really. Really? What an idiot, my friends. I mean, I cannot. I cannot, seriously. I cannot deal. Now the thing is that people have a lot of smoke for Andrew. And he is an idiot. And it is a weird thing to say. It's a jerk hole thing to say. Like, those people have traveled all that way. You know why they're there. You know why they are there. And but yet you're, why do they go, I find this so fascinating. Why does everyone have their cameras out? Why? I'd be like, shut the hell up, man, and move. I'm taking a photo here. Shut up. I'd probably get escorted off the grounds. But that's just, I'm sorry. If that idiot came up to me and said that, I'd be like, no one's taking a photo of you, sir. Move. Fergie's behavior that day was embarrassing also. I had mentioned this and I got ripped to shreds. The fact that she was running around like an excited dog, like grabbing presents. Yes, people were shouting your name. They wanted to see you. But you know what? It's your first time attending this walk with the family in what, 32 years? You could have at least humbled yourself and just been like, okay, hello, like just wave hello. Just be humble. Just be gracious that you are allowed to join this year. But no, she was running around like an excited dog. Ams is saying like a dog in heat. Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly like a dog in heat. Just grabbing flowers here, grabbing flowers there, grabbing. And you're just like, what is this idiot doing? She looked like such a fool when her own daughter had to come and grab her and get her to like move along. Let's go. Like, get it moving. But like, and the thing, I get it. A lot of people are like, okay, well, you should be nice to Sarah because, well, Sarah was sick. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. I'm just saying this just as someone, because I know Sarah and Fergie are diabolical. We know they lied, right? How am I not to know that Andrew, who was being kicked out of his home at the time, how am I not to know that Fergie put out her cancer diagnosis out to the press to garner sympathy so that if King Charles were to kick out Fergie and Andrew out of the home, it would make King Charles look like an asshole. It looks bad. And that's why, like, Fergie has been divorced from Andrew since 1996, but has she been living in the same house as him? So she hasn't been paying rent or anything. Like, I don't get it. And the fact that Andrew is getting all the smoke for being friends with Epstein when there are records of Fergie still getting money after everything she knew about Epstein. I mean, they claim they don't know, but come on, you're full of shit. I mean, Fergie should be getting the same smoke that Andrew is getting. Prince Philip is rolling over in his grave. No kidding. No kidding. You don't let snakes back into the family. They've shown you who you are. And King Charles, like, okay, man, like, whatever. But come on, act like a king. Put the country first. I just, it's bad behavior. I'm not even a royal, and I wouldn't have behaved the way that Fergie did on that day, like an excited dog in heat. Like, oh, gotta grab. Like, she almost, if you guys didn't watch the clips, she almost fell at one point because she was like, she didn't know where to run off to grab flowers from who to go to. And I feel sorry because I see here what happened with Beatrice on the 18th birthday with JE. Yeah, I blame the parents. It's the parents who invited those folks to her birthday. And now she is getting tarred with the same brush. And I feel like Beatrice is, now that she's married Edo, she should just move. I know that when Edo passes away, he will their house is incredible if you haven't seen it. So Villa Mapelli Mosey, if you guys haven't seen it, this is what Beatrice and her husband will inherit when Edo's father passes away. Open link in a new window. Oops. Oh, shoot. What am I doing here? Sorry, guys. But you guys see this? It's a massive villa. Oh, I'm not even sharing anything. Silly me. Hold on. There we go. It's a massive villa. It's huge. I almost feel like Beatrice should be like, peace out, losers. I'm just going to go with my husband now, and we're just going to go live our lives. But if you guys remember at the Christmas, at Catherine's Christmas Carol night, you saw the way that Prince Louis was like looking back at Wolfie and like smiling with him. Yeah, that's a villa. That's the Mapelli Mosey villa. That's their villa. I bet you guys didn't know that. It's crazy. I mean, Beatrice should be just like, deuces, guys. I'm out of here. Peace out. And in my opinion, I feel like Andrew needs, there should be no Duke of York. Just call him Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Just rip the Band-Aid off already. I have no respect for Andrew. And the reason why I say this, and I've always said, Andrew and Harry are two idiots, but I almost feel like Harry is a bigger idiot than Andrew is. And if you guys think for 1 second that, I don't know, Harry is being protected by, I mean, if you think that Prince Andrew is the only one being protected by the royal family, you guys should wait and see just how much the royal family covered up for Harry's degenerate behavior. We've heard all the stories about Harry groping people. We have heard stories about Harry touching women. Do you guys remember that story about, hold on, let me pull this up. There was a story a while back ago, back in 2011 at the Trooping of Color. Okay, let me stop sharing this. Let me see my brain here. I don't know how it remembers some of this stuff, but yeah, it does. And it does somehow. But back in 2011. So back in 2011, Prince Harry was accused of pinching. Do you guys remember this photo right here? This was the Trooping of the Colors in 2011. And the story behind this photo was that when Catherine was bending over to chat with the youngsters on the Buckingham Palace balcony, you know what Harry did? He pinches Catherine's bottom. Who does that? Who does that? And of course, look at his face. Like, oh, I've been caught. Harry has always been a creep. Harry, I feel like, is more of a creep than what Andrew is being accused of. An absolute pig. Who does that? And I feel like we need to bring up these old stories of Harry. Right now, we just have stories that Harry is sharing and how he feels and blah, blah, blah. But this is who Harry is, an absolute pervert. And Lizzie B, you are right. He's always had a thing for Princess Catherine. He's always wanted what his brother has had. But think about it. Harry is a prince, and no woman wanted to marry him. that tells you a lot about him, doesn't it? What woman wouldn't want to marry a prince? No aristocratic woman or anything in the UK married Harry. No one. But an ex-cable TV mattress actress who's best known for taking off her clothes in Suits, who was desperate, wanted to marry Harry. She wanted to hit the ground running. Remember that bullshit? Spirit Matter says, I had 2 brothers and no bottom pinching ever happened. Yeah, he has no boundaries. And the problem is that this guy, because he's never been told no, he has no concept of boundaries. Ritz says, I think B should be a working royal. I feel like, you know what? With being a royal, there's so much that you have, so much of your own time that you have to give. I feel like B should just take her husband's hand and go live on the coast of Italy somewhere and just go enjoy your life. Because clearly her husband has got it. He has got it. She has got it. They can just go live the quiet life and be well taken care of and just go about their lives. Being a royal, it's all about service and giving yourself to service. I honestly don't think any of the Yorks should be working royals, but that's just my opinion. And at the end of the day, I feel like the whole York dukedom should just be, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe it should just be retired, my opinion. I feel like they should get rid of the whole Duke of York titles and get rid of the Sussex titles and just retire both of those titles, because you know what? Those 2 titles have been ruined by, well, by the owners of the titles. You're saying put into abeyance. Yeah, I feel like if anyone else further down the line gets the Duke of York titles or say the Duke of Sussex titles, they'll be marred by the history of what these 2 degenerates have done in the past. That's just my opinion, my friends. I mean, I adore Beatrice. I love that ever since she's married Edo, it's like she's come into her own. But Eugenie, I can't stand that broad. No, can't stand that. And another reason why I say that Andrew is an absolute idiot who should be, I don't know, like just exiled, send him off to somewhere. But this is how you know that Andrew is an absolute idiot. Is that when I saw these photos, when I saw this photo, I was horrified. The Queen's Lodge, right? Andrew took these disgusting degenerates to the Queen's Lodge. Now, did the Queen know about this? Probably not, just like how Harry and Meghan took photos inside the Queen's apartment for their Netflix special. Remember that? Yeah. Andrew, a lot of you are like, what? Yeah. But this isn't just the first one. There's another one here that's going to blow your brains and you're just going to be like, what the hell? Let's never forget when Andrew invited Kevin Spacey and what's her face to sit on the throne in the throne room. Right? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And this all just reminds me of Meghan and Harry. And it reminds me of the fact that in finding freedom, it could only come from Meghan and Harry, where Omid Scobie literally gave you a layout, a step-by-step layout on how to get down to the vault where it holds all the jewels and how they're enclosed and how they're encased and what kind of lights are in the room, what secret elevator you take down to get there, how you get even to this elevator. This is it's disgusting. I mean, Andrew did it and Harry is now doing it too. Harry spoke about in Spare on how to get to certain rooms in at Highgrove or at Clarence house. So some people have like messaged me like, Molly, can you speak on the whole Andrew thing? I don't want to speak about it because it's so disgusting to me. I have no respect for you guys. My dear, thank you so much for the super sticker. That's very kind of you. Thank you, my dear. There were missing jewels, apparently. These guys are just, I mean, if I was in King Charles's positions, and I will wrap this up soon because I'm well over and I need to go grab my little one soon. If I were King Charles, I'd be like, that's enough. That's enough mooching off of him. And I call Fergie and Andrew the original grifters. And then you've got Harry and Meghan, who are now, oh, ouch. Molly, you need to do more research on our royalty. Okay, I will. I will, definitely will. I feel like the Yorks are just the original grifters, and then you got Harry and Meghan, who are basically, what's the word I'm looking for? They're basically copying the Yorks. I mean, look at Sarah. Sarah has always called herself Sarah, the Duchess of York, on all of her books. Whenever she has been introduced on any of the shows that she would, like the morning shows, it wouldn't just be, oh, I'm Sarah Ferguson. It's Sarah, Duchess of York. It's always with the titles, which is exactly what Meghan and Harry are now doing as well. Meghan released The Bench and the Stench. And what was it? Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. It's always Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Molly, you know enough. I think, you know what? I always, when someone tells me that I don't know enough about something, I always look at it as constructive criticism. I don't get offended or anything by it. I always think, okay, maybe there is something more I can learn. And truly there is, because I don't know everything. I don't. But you guys, I'm not the kind to get offended. Everything that gets thrown at me, I always take it as constructive criticism. I always take it as, okay, either this person is just straight an asshole, but is there a reason why they're saying what they're saying to me, is the way that I look at it. But yeah, nobody can know everything. Nobody can know everything. And even geniuses don't know everything. And yeah, the sugars are here. Let the sugars join in. They'll boost up my numbers and at least send me out more into the algorithm. And that's just what I want. The sugars don't bother me one bit, my friends. But yeah, so some of you have asked, like, oh, why don't you cover Andrew? That's why. Andrew is a stupid oaf and I can't stand him. Can you tell us how Paula is doing? Paula, I haven't spoken. Yesterday, she messaged me and told me that she needs to move our live to Thursday, but I haven't spoke to her since then, and I think she's okay, but I'll talk to her. But yeah, guys, I see sugars are lurking in the chat. It's all good. I've got mods in here, and mods, you know what to do. If they're saying anything super racist or super rude and derogatory, then delete them off the channel. But if they're just saying stupid things, let them hang out. I find it entertaining and their bullshit doesn't bother me, let's be honest. I actually find it quite hilarious because it's so funny to me that these Sussex squatties claim that, oh, I hate you, MeghansMole. You are such a horrible person, but yet they'll come over and watch my lives. They'll come over and comment on me. Now, myself, I'm not a fan of the sugars, but I don't go out looking for them. I don't go out posting about them. I don't even talk to them. They don't even exist to me, but they love coming over here, and it's okay. Let them let them be here and let them, maybe they might learn a thing or two, my darling. And yeah, maybe Meghan Markle is watching. But guys, remember, at the end of the day, I have a YouTube channel with, I think there's 50,000 of you now on my channel, which I'm ever so grateful. But Meghan Markle couldn't even handle that, probably. I know there was a rumor going around that Meghan Markle is starting her own YouTube channel. Look, if this girl couldn't handle her own podcast with 26 producers, I highly, highly doubt that Meghan Markle will be doing a YouTube channel. 58.7. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Wow, that's incredible. I'm almost at 60,000. That is so crazy to me, guys. Seriously, when I first started this channel, I just wanted to just have a place where I could share my opinions on the BS that was going on. And never did I think that this channel would grow to here, but guys, that's amazing. It's actually mind blowing that so many of you would just want to listen to my rants and raves. And that's pretty mind blowing to me. But thank you. I'm very, very humbled by it. Very humbled. Let's see. Have I got anything else? Maybe I'll take a couple of comments here and then we'll call it a day because I still have a couple things to do. Then got to go get my little one. Unlike Meghan Markle, I do not have any nannies or help or anything like that. I'm a one woman show here myself. I do it all myself. I drive myself in my own car that I bought myself. No husband bought my car for me or anything. Yes, it's a tough life out here, but we all survive and we all do good. Yes, Rachel, my darling, we're both good. He's good too. He is, my little one, as you guys know, is about the same age as Archifical. So wow, he's got quite a character. He's funny. He's gotten into the whole likes to scare me now. So he will creep up on me and go boo when I least expect it. And he's gotten me a couple times and then he laughs and runs away. He goes, or he does like to embarrass me in the coffee. His favorite is in the coffee shops or like if we're in line somewhere, he'll say something like, Mommy, what's that smell? You farted? And I'll be like, no. And then he's like, I'm joking. Ha. Yeah, just, your usual 4-year-old stuff. Today he really loves watching Ben and Holly's Happy Little Elves. He loves like the UK shows. So all day today, he's been running around climbing. Today is Happy Elf Joke Day. So I mean, 4-year-olds he's a bundle, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Let's be honest. Wouldn't change it. And I'm glad that I'm there to catch all his little moments and everything. So I'm glad that I can do my work from home. I can now YouTube also. But I mean, it's funny. Girl, I got to tell you this most embarrassing one. I was at the dollar store and I had told my son in the car before we went to the store, like, we need to be quick. We're just running in and out and we'll be quick. Just let's go quick because mommy has to get home and we got to pee. We get into the store and I'm like looking for what I need. And my son goes, Mommy, you said we need to hurry up because you need to pee. And then he starts laughing, and I look to the left of me, and there's a man not like 2 feet away from us, like just howling and laughter. And I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah, there's never a dull moment when you're running around with a toddler. Trust me, never a dull moment. And that's the thing that gets me is that if Harry and Meghan actually have these children, you're missing all of these moments. You're missing all of these fun, like, memories you get to make with your children. I mean, my kid brings it up like a week later, like when we go to the dollar store, whenever we drive by, he goes, Mommy, remember I said you need to go pee and make that man laugh? And he goes, starts laughing himself. So funny. Like they bring so much joy to your life. They change your whole outlook on life. And yes, children do humble us, as Texas Dragonfly says. I mean, a part of me wishes that there are no children in the care of Meghan and Harry, but God, who knows? Because really, they're being used as bargaining chips at this point. I'm just going to share one last thing here with you because they put this out that King Charles doesn't put enough effort in to see his grandkids, Archifical and Invisibet. Well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that he doesn't see them? Harry and Meghan's fault. They are the only ones to blame for the situation their children are in, if they have children. They're the reason why their phantom hostage children are only being used as bargaining chips, and it's sad. And before we hear anything more about the children, I think going forward, the legitimacy of those children need to be revealed. Either remove them from the line of succession, get rid of their titles, or prove that these children legally belong within the line of succession, my friends. I mean, the UK public should be demanding this. Why should there be two children that nobody knows within the line of succession? Rachel Seven Evans says he's the effing king and not the average grandpa. Yeah, it's like they expect the king to just get on an airplane and just hop on over. Why don't you guys do that? It would make more sense for Harry and Meghan to get your kids and head on over. You guys are always on a plane anyways. Head on over there. But no, those children, if there are children, are being used as bargaining chips. And I hope that one day Archifical and Invisibet have enough money put aside, because those two children will need some serious therapy. Serious therapy. I see you guys are talking about they should be in the line of delusion. Yeah. You guys are talking about kids shows. That's so cute. Yeah. I think my kid has gotten over Peppa Pig. Caillou is a big one. Bob the Builder is becoming a big one now in this house. But he loves the UK shows. Like Happy Little Elves is one of his favorite now. There are some other ones, but yeah, it's great. But yeah, Rachel, you're right. They must be so lonely if they are real. Could you imagine? I mean, we heard about how Doria treated Meghan when she was little. And now we see how Meghan and Harry are never around those children. I mean, Harry has taken his dog out more to the beach more than those children have ever been to the beach. And it's sad. It's actually very sad. Meza, you're right. British shows are the best. And right now they are the best because they're not pushing that whole, the stuff that a child at 4 shouldn't be worried about. And I think you guys know what I'm getting to. But anyways, but with that said, my friends, let's see what you guys are saying. And Clifford the Big Red Dog. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Tina says, reminds me of Flowers in the Attic. Oh, that's so sad. But it's so crazy to me that Harry moans on about genetic pain and all this stuff, but yet what are you doing with these children that you allegedly have? What are you doing by keeping them out of seeing any of their families? Right? What are you doing? But I was going to I think I should leave on this note though. Let me this picture up here. Here we go. Let me end on this note, my friends. I wanted to say thank you so much for being here on my first live since being remonetized. I wanted to remind everyone, just remember what Meghan was before she married Harry and before she met Harry. And let's remember what she looks like when she's with Harry. I mean, if it were anyone else, they would be canceled for blackface. They would be canceled for pulling the race card. they would be pulled for pulling all this shit. They just would be canceled, wouldn't they? But yet somehow Meghan Markle gets to play the race card. And maybe 2024 is going to be the year of reckoning for Rachel Ragland. Who knows? But with that said, my lovely friends, I hope you all have an incredible year. I hope 2024 brings, what am I trying to say here? I hope 2024 is the year where your dreams come true, my dears. And with that said, my lovelies, thank you so much for being here. I will catch you all in the next one. I hope you all have an amazing day or night wherever you are. And make sure you always stay gorgeous, my lovelies. It is so great to be back, and I will catch you real soon in the next one. Take care, my friends. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.